We're going to divide complex numbers. We're going to start by dividing 3 plus 8i over negative I. To divide them, we have to multiply them by their conjugate. The conjugate, we learned them 2 classes ago. It is like the conjugate of negative I is just positive I. So to simplify this, we just multiply by I over I. And then we're going to use the distributive property. So 3 times I is 3i. 8i times I is going to be 8i squared. And then on the denominator is negative I times I is negative I squared. And we know that I squared is negative 1. So we have 3i plus 8 I squared is negative 1 over negative I squared is negative 1. So we have 3i. Positive 8 times negative 1 is negative 8 over negative times negative, that is positive, positive 1. And we have to write it in standard form. The real part comes first, so negative 8 plus 3i. That's the answer. Let's try another example. We're going to multiply this by the conjugate of the denominator. So the conjugate of 2 minus I is 2 plus I. And if I do that to the denominator, I have to do that to the numerator. And the reason we can do this is because we are basically multiplying by 1. So we're going to use FOIL. Let me rewrite this as 3 minus I times 2 plus I over 2 minus I times 2 plus I. So we're going to use FOIL. 3 times 2, that is 6. 3 times I is 3i. Negative I times 2, that is negative 2i. And then negative I times positive I is negative I squared. Over 2 times 2, 4. This is a difference of 2 squares, so I'm just going to multiply 2 times 2, 4. Negative I times I is negative I squared. So then we have 6. 3i minus 2i, that is I. Negative I squared. So negative, and then the I squared, I know that is negative 1. Notice that I'm running two negative signs because this first negative sign belongs to the algebraic expression. And then I know that I squared is negative 1. And then under this is going to be 4 minus I squared, that is negative 1. So then we'll have 6 plus I, negative times negative, that's positive 1, over 4, negative times negative, that is positive 1. So one last step is going to be 6 plus 1, 7, plus I, over 4 plus 1, 5. And that's the answer.